All right, today we're going to dive into a book well, it's more than just a book. We're talking about Kahlil Gibran's The Prophet. It came out way back in 1923, but this little book has had a massive impact across the world. And what's so special about it? It doesn't give you a list of rules. Instead, it offers these beautiful, poetic insights into what it means to be human. So let's explore it together.
This quote it hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It perfectly sums up The Prophet. This isn't a book you just read through and then stick on a shelf. No, it's an experience. It's something that gets under your skin in the best way possible, and its wisdom just keeps unfolding the longer you live with it. It's a book that's meant to be felt. Okay, so to really get why this book has had such staying power, we have to start at the beginning, with its really simple, elegant setup and the mysterious person at the very heart of it. So picture this. The story is super straightforward. There's this wise man, Almustafa, and he's been living in a city called Orphalese for 12 years. His ship has finally come to take him home, but before he can leave, the people of the city gather around him. They can't let him go without asking him to share his wisdom on, well, everything. All the big stuff. Love, work, kids, death, the whole shebang.
So that brings us to the big question, right? Who is this guy, Almustafa? Is he supposed to be a specific religious figure, a historical person? And this is where Gibran does something kind of genius. He never really tells us. He leaves it completely open, and that's the point. He wants us to find our own meaning in him. You can really look at Almustafa in a few different ways. From a psychological angle, he's like the voice of our own higher self, that deep inner wisdom we all have. Spiritually, you could see him as this universal sage, someone whose wisdom isn't tied to any one religion or tradition. But maybe the most powerful interpretation is that he's a metaphor. He's a mirror, just reflecting back the truths that we already know deep down, but have probably forgotten. And now we get to the absolute heart of the book. He starts with the heaviest hitters, the most powerful human experiences we all share: love, joy, and sorrow. Gibran does not sugarcoat love, not at all. Right from the get-go, he tells us it's this powerful, demanding force. It isn't about finding comfort or ease. It's a call to adventure, and that adventure is often going to be a tough climb. And here's the crucial thing to understand. For Gibran, the purpose of love isn't to make you comfortable. Its purpose is to transform you. He calls it a refining fire, something that's meant to burn away your ego, your illusions. It's the very thing that breaks you down a little bit so it can build you back up, stronger and more authentic than before. Okay, now here's one of the most famous and most profound ideas in the whole book. It feels like a paradox, right? He's linking these two things we think of as total opposites. How on earth can more sorrow lead to more joy? Well, the insight here is absolutely beautiful. Gibran is saying sorrow isn't the enemy. In fact, sorrow is the tool that carves out the very space inside of us where joy can live. Think of your heart like a cup. Sorrow is what deepens that cup, what expands it. So when joy finally comes and fills it, you can hold so much more. Without sorrow, your cup stays shallow. So let's see how this kind of wisdom plays out in our day-to-day lives, specifically in our closest relationships with our partners and our children. Gibran's vision for partnership is pretty radical. It's not about two people melting into one single blob. Instead, he paints his picture of two strong pillars holding up the same roof. You have to stand together, of course, but not so close that you lose yourselves. You need those spaces in your togetherness. That's what lets the relationship and the two people in it breathe and grow. Wow, this might be one of the most challenging and liberating ideas in the entire book, especially if you're a parent. Gibran says we have to let go of the idea that we own our children. He says they come through us, but not from us. They belong to life itself. Our job isn't to be an owner, it's to be a guardian. So you can see the golden thread running through all of this, right? Whether he's talking about a partner or a child, the core concept is freedom. True love never, ever tries to control or possess. It does the opposite. It liberates.
It creates the conditions for another person to become completely and fully themselves.
Okay, in our last section, let's touch on a few of his other big ideas and really dig into why this book, which is a century old, feels like it could have been written for us yesterday.
Gibran has this amazing talent for making everyday things feel sacred. Your job? It's not just a paycheck. It's love made visible. Real freedom? It's not about just doing whatever you feel like. It's about aligning what you want with your deeper purpose. And giving? The best gift you can ever give isn't something you buy. It's the gift of your true self.
He even talks about death with this incredible poetic fearlessness. Just listen to that imagery. He's not talking about an ending. He's talking about a release, a dissolving back into nature, back into the universe.
And that image really captures his whole view on death. It's not this terrifying final event. It's a natural transition. It's a return to where we came from, a liberation of our spirit from our physical body, almost like taking off a heavy coat you don't need anymore. So why does this all matter so much to us right now? I mean, think about our world. It's loud, it's fast, it's divided. And Gibran's wisdom, it honestly feels like an antidote. It's a quiet path leading us back to ourselves.
So what does it offer us today? It offers us the gift of silence in all the noise, the gift of depth in a world that can feel incredibly superficial. It reminds us to choose compassion over judgment, to find balance in our crazy, hectic lives. And maybe most important of all, it reminds us to trust our own inner authority, to start listening to that wise voice within each of us. And that really is the final, beautiful punchline of the whole book. The prophet isn't here to teach you something you don't know. It's here to help you remember the timeless wisdom that you've been carrying inside you all along.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about, a question that really is from you, for you. If all this deep wisdom is already inside you, just waiting, what is it you've forgotten?